prayer to be led by the Back Procurement Unit.
Let's bow our head for a word of prayer. To our most precious and kind Heavenly Father, thank you so much, Lord, for today. Thank you for all your blessings, for all your protection and your guidance, Lord. Thank you for being so good to us. And Lord, as we start our procurement activity this morning, we ask your holy presence and guidance to be with us, help us in everything we have to discuss, and open our hearts and minds as we discuss everything according to your plan. And Lord, please forgive us in all of our sins. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Good morning once again. So in behalf of the BAC Chairman, Engineer Gary Birano, who is out on official business, I am Ari Society, the Chief of the Construction Section and the Vice Chairman. I will be presiding to today's pre-bid conference. Along with me is Engineer Camilo D. Montera, the Chief of the Maintenance Section.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir. And another BAC member, Ms. Almera T. De La Peña, Chief of the Administrative Section. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, and good morning to everyone.
We also have the BAC TWG Head, Engineer Binilda Pacquiao. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone.
And we also have Engineer Ninita Akain, the Head of the Procurement Unit. Good morning, ma'am Neng. And we also have members of the BAC TWG. We have Engineer Ivy May Bete and Engineer Shane Pentes. Good morning, engineers. And we also have personnel from the Procurement Unit and engineers from the Planning and Design Section who will be presenting today's projects. Good morning, everyone. We have identified that we are already in quorum. Now let us proceed with the presentation. Do we have online attendees, sir? None. And we also don't have face-to-face attendees representing the contractors. So all the while, the activity is live. So let us now proceed with the presentation of projects. So personnel from the PDS, please proceed now when you are ready.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. For the first project with contract ID 25LJ0038, construction completion of multipurpose building evacuation center at Barangay Tubod, Carmen, Davao del Norte. Source of fund is from BIP 2025 and the ABC is 3,960,000 with contract duration of 120 calendar days. So the project is located in Purok 5B, Acacia, Barangay Tubod, Carmen. Here are some of the geotag photos of the site. Next, please. Here is the proof of ownership, a deed of donation, which was donated to Barangay Tubod, Carmen, Davao del Norte. For the scope of works, first would be the extension of 2 bays to complete the 5-bay covered court, and then additional slab topping of 150 mm thick concrete pavement topping with rubberized paint finish. Construction of new stage, including the demolition of existing stage, and construction of the 5-meter by 5-meter stage. We will also include the electrical works for the gym with 6 units of LED COB high bay light and convenience outlets, storm drainage, including the gym gutter and downspout with canal and steel grating, including 6-inch diameter RCPC, and provision of 2 basketball rings. So here is the floor plan for the 5-bay covered court, including the stage. Here are the elevation plans. Next. The storm drainage plan. And the perspective for the complete 5-bay covered court with stage. End of presentation po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Architect Denise. Do I hear any queries, remarks, questions? Thank you for that very wonderful presentation. Gapo kay pagkabuhat ha.
Thank
Dali
you,
ra
Mr.
mga
Chair.
picture out sa mga naminaw. So I hope nga other presentations would endeavor to replicate this kind of preparedness. Thank you, Architect.
Thank
And
you, sir.
we would also like to acknowledge the presence of one of our back members, Engineer Jezabel Toling, the Chief of the Planning and Design Section. Good morning, Ma'am Jessa.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, please proceed now with the next project.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. So with the contract ID 25LJ0075, construction of protection dike along Ising Creek, Carmen, Davao del Norte. So the project location is at Carmen, Davao del Norte with the ABC of 96,500,000 and source of fund is CY 2025 Regular Infrastructure Program with the calendar days of 254. The project length is 924.62 linear meters. So here is the location plan. So the yellow line represents the structure of flood wall and the green line is the earth dike. So scope of works, construction of sheet pile revetment with flood wall with a pile length of 6 meters and construction of earth dike with 3 meters maintenance road and 0.2 meter thick. Here is the typical section for the flood wall. And here is the typical section for the earth dike. Pile cap details and the sheet pile details. And the geotag photos. End of presentation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that presentation. Do I hear any questions, comments, remarks? Hearing none, thank you very much. Let's proceed with the next project.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, and good morning, everyone. I am Rene Judrolio Rata, and I will be presenting this project with a contract ID of 25LJ0080, titled Construction of Riverbank Protection along Sadpudon Creek, Carmen, Davao del Norte. It has an ABC of 144,750,000 pesos with a source of fund of CY 2025 Regular Infrastructure Program and a contract duration of 284 calendar days. So for the location plan, this is the project site. So the project, as denoted by the yellow line, is proposed to begin where the existing flood control structure ended. For the scope of works, it is a construction of concrete revetment with sheet piles, and the construction of 3-meter maintenance road, and a construction of embankment dike. And this is the typical section of the reinforced concrete revetment. Now for the geotag photos. End of presentation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Do we hear any questions, comments, remarks? Hearing none, thank you very much for that presentation. Let's proceed with the next project.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Philjan Idelaberio from Planning and Design Section, and I'm here to present the construction of protection work at Mabaus Relief leading to Tagum, Libuganon River, Carmen, Davao del Norte. With a contract ID of 25LJ0083, the project is located at Barangay Mabaus, Carmen, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 144,750,000. The source of fund is CY 2025 Regular Infrastructure Program and has a project duration of 284 calendar days. The length is 1,504.56 linear meter. This is the location plan, the Section 1, Section 2, and Section 3, and the double barrel box culvert. The scope of work of this project is the construction of double barrel box culvert and construction of concrete revetment with 6-meter sheet pile. This is the typical section for concrete revetment. This is the pile cap and sheet pile detail. This is the geotag photos. End of presentation. Thank you.
May I know where is the location of the double barrel? Can you return back?
Kanang naka-yellow nga box, sir.
Sa tong previous project na to, dinhaning?
Kuan siya, revetment, sir.
Kanimo niya itong dari nga side, facing dari, sir.
Kanisa ka na lang. Kanang right mo na itong project, no? Asa na pito
Ana.
double barrel ning?
Kaning gitindugan na diri, sir.
Kanang gitindugan ninyo?
Mm.
Palahos dito?
Mama na gina-complain nila permanente nga, di na ang nakrik naman siya ba?
Okay.
So, mo na
So do we hear other questions, queries, remarks? Hearing none, thank you very much, Engineer, for that presentation. Let's proceed with the next project.
So, good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. I am Rayan Antolihaw from Flood Control Unit presenting the project construction of riverbank protection along Lasang River, Barangay Datu, Abdul, Dadia, Panabo City, Davao del Norte. With a contract ID of 25LJ0084, ABC 144,750,000 pesos. Source of fund is CY 2025 Regular Infrastructure Program. So this is the location plan of the project located at Datu, Abdul, Dadia. Typical section is construction of concrete revetment with sheet piles 8 meters. Pile cap detail, closure detail, crest protection detail, and sheet pile detail. Sa on-site photos. And the presentation. Ang right of way ani sir kay na itong mga balay kay na yung mga compensation tong mga gamay ra po na balay daw.
Do we have any other questions, remarks, suggestions? Hearing none, thank you for that presentation, Engineer. Let's proceed with the next project.
Good morning again, Mr. Chair and everyone. For the project construction of bank protection along Tuganay River, Braulio, Dujali, Davao del Norte, project ID 25LJ0086. ABC fund is 144,750,000 pesos. Project location B, Dujali, Davao del Norte. Source of fund is CY 2025 Regular Infrastructure Program. Contract duration of 284 calendar days. This is a location plan. So, ang kanang blue na side is na existing na concrete revetment sa region. Musumpay ta sa left side with 799.87 linear meter. So, scope of works, construction of reinforced concrete revetment with 12-meter sheet piles. Details, sheet pile detail, people details, tip details, pile cap details, and star details. So, on-site photos. And presentation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Do we hear questions, suggestions, remarks? Hearing none, thank you very much for that presentation. Let's proceed with the next project.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. For the contract ID 25LJ0090, construction of road Sitio Pigasaan, Samal District, Igacos, Davao del Norte, with ABC of 96,500,000, with a source of fund of CY 2025 CPAG, contract duration of 340 calendar days with a target length of 3,000 linear meter. For the project location, for the scope of works, road concreting with shoulder, clearing and grabbing and excavation works, installation of road signs and guardrails, drainage works, including construction of line canal and installation of RCPC, and application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. For the JOTAG photos at the beginning of the project. At the midsections. And no presentation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Do we hear questions, queries, remarks? Hearing none, thank you for that presentation. Please proceed with the next project.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. For contract ID 25LJ0094, construction of road Barangay San Antonio to Sitio, Danao, Barangay Balet, Babak District, Island Garden City of Samal, Davao del Norte, with net length of 580 linear meter, road concreting. Then approved budget cost is 29,400,000 and total project duration is 210 calendar days. Next po. So for scope of works, road concreting po, 2 lanes, total width po is 6.10, thickness po natin is 230. Then we have a paved shoulder na 1.5 ang width and thickness po natin is 150. Then removal of existing various trees, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, installation of warning signs and chevrons, installation of guardrails, installation of open line canal, and installation of RCPC cross drain with catch basin and dam stone. Next, please. So for location map po is, atong beginning po is dito po sa, ang baba is padugog San Antonio, ang sa right side po is padung to Angas Peak. Then, next po. For typical road section, ito po yung sa kan po, cut. Next. And then yung catch basin po. Geotag photos po. Ito po yung beginning. Next. Next. I think that's po ang presentation po.
Thank you. Do we hear questions, reactions, motions, remarks? Hearing none, thank you for that presentation, Engineer. Let's proceed with the next project, 25LJ98.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. I am Ethel Maynal Agang. I'm going to represent the project ID 25LJ0098, construction of road Barangay Tibalog to Barangay San Jose to Barangay Magwawa, Santo Tomas, Davao del Norte, with the ABC of 96,500,000, source of fund, CPAG, contract duration of 345 calendar days, and total length of 1,121 linear meter. The project location plan is the one that is encircled. Beginning of project is at station 00 and the end of project at station 1,000 plus 121, 1 plus 121. And the scope of works are concreting of 1,121 linear meter road with a total width of 6.1 meters and thickness of 230 mm, gravel shoulder both sides, clearing and grubbing, excavation works, construction of concrete line canal, installation of guardrails with NPs, installation of hazard markers and road signs, and application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. This is the typical roadway section. And these are the JOTAG photos. This is the beginning of project, sir. And the presentation, sir.
Thank you very much. Do we hear questions, queries, remarks? Engineer Betty, you have any queries? None?
Kaanlan, sir, katong sa end naman nino ay katong sa junction ang beginning ani.
Ang beginning, ma'am, kay sa junction, tapos mag-end ta sa, musumpay ta sa 2024 na project, sir.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Betty and Engineer Agang. Thank you for that presentation. Let's proceed with the next project, 25LJ0102.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning to everyone. For the contract ID number 25LJ0102, construction of road, Barangay San Agustin to Barangay Mambagubi, Babak District, Island Garden City of Samal, with an ABC of 49 million. Next. For the scope of works, we have a concreting of a total of 2,578 linear meter, removal and furnishing of trees, installation of cross drain with head wall, installation of guardrails with NPs, installation of hazard markers and road signs, and application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. For the location map, so mo ni siya ang iyang location. Nag-connect na siya sa Sercom, Barangay, Babak Samal, Kaputian Road, o sa Mambagubi nga highway. So kanang white karon nga naay mga circle mo na iyahang length sa project. Mo niya mga geotag photo sa area. So ang design is more on correction lang po. Next, please. Next. So, muna ang geotag sa end of project. So, mutap siya sa existing sa may mambago na ni siya nga area. Next. So, muna ang typical roadway section nga na siya total width of road 6.7, 0.23 meter thick with shouldering, item 300, cut and fill section. Next, please. End of presentation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Do we have questions, remarks regarding this project? Hearing none, thank you very much, Engineer. Let's proceed with the next project, 25LJ 105.
Good morning again, Mr. Chair. For the contract ID 25LJ0105, construction of road Phase 2, Barangay San Isidro, Babak District, Island Garden City of Samal, Davao del Norte, with the ABC of 96,500,000, source of fund CY 2025 CPAG, with a contract duration of 337 calendar days and project length of 2,705 linear meters. For the project location map, next. For the location plan, two section, this section 4 and section 5. For each scope of works, concreting of 2,705 linear meter road with width of 6.1 meters, thickness of 230 mm, construction of concrete line canal and drainage structures, excavation works, removal of trees, installations of warning signs, and application of pavement markings. For the typical roadway section at normal crown with 1.5 meters of shouldering. For the typical roadway section with RC line canal on both sides. Next, sir. Next, sir. Next one, sir. For the geotag photos, and no presentation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Do we have questions, queries, remarks? Hearing none. Thank you for that presentation. Let's proceed with the next project, 25LJ 108.
For the contract ID 25LJ0108, construction of road Porok 5 Centro to Porok 3, Sitio Pigasaan, Barangay Tagbay, Samal, with the ABC of 77,200,000. Source of funds CY 2025 CPAG with a contract duration of 280 calendar days. Target length of 2 kilometers. For the project location, for the scope of works, road concreting with shoulder, clearing and grabbing and excavation works, installation of road signs and guardrails, drainage works, construction of line canal and installation of RCPC cross drains, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. For the geotag photos, end of presentation, Mr. Chair.
How far is this with the previous project at number 7 project?
Sumpay ni siya, sir.
Sumpay na. Kanang red, kanang purple?
Kanang purple, sir. Ang red kay mao tong isa.
Ang red, mao na ang previous project?
Yes po.
Ang kaning purple, ang kaning karon?
Ay, balik, karon siya, same siya og years.
I mean, ang kanang red mo ng number 7 nga project, no?
Yes, sir.
Sige. So, do we have any other questions, queries? Hearing none, thank you for that presentation. Let's proceed with the next project, 25 LJ 0138.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. My name is Arsha Ijamali from Planning and Design Section, presenting 25 LJ 0138. Construction of multipurpose building in Barangay San Vicente, Panabo City, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 4,950,000. Source of fund of CY 2025 BIP, with a contract duration of 120 calendar days. This is our project location. The site validation sheets. The proof of ownership is a transfer certificate of title. Naka-name na siya sa Barangay San Vicente. And containing 2,442 square meters. The on-site photos. The scope of works are 0.10 meter concrete slab topping, 40 meters by 16 meters ang existing slab. Then natay 4-step bleachers. Then i-retouch po na to tong 2 movable rings. And steel and pedestal paints, roofing works for stage and bleachers, rerouting of existing canal kay maigo siya sa 4-step bleachers na to. Then complete electrical works for gym and stage, complete plumbing works for stage only. This is our floor plan. The typical elevation. This is our perspective. End of presentation, Mr. Chair.
Engineer, can you define what do you mean by retouch of 2 movable rings? Scope of works.
Sige pa, sir. Sige pa. Jotag photos. Sige pa. Sige pa. Ay, San Vicente naman na, sir. Katong sa pikan itong ganun. Jotag photos. San Vicente, sir. San Vicente.
Sige, i-discuss na lang.
Ang kuha na to, Mr. Chair, kay ang existing ring nila na to, movable rings, kay medyo kuha na siya tanawon ba. Ang retouch ra ato na to, Mr. Chair, kay ilisan la tong ring o gang net. Then pinturahan na to ang existing ring balik.
Sige, so you can use other words na lang para mas ma-assess, ma-picture out sa katong ato mga prospective bidders ba. Pwede ra na siyang repair, ano ba? No?
Repair.
Repair.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So do we have any other questions, queries? Hearing none. Thank you for that presentation. Let's proceed with the next project, 25 LJ 139.
Good morning once again. 25 LJ 0139. Construction of multipurpose building covered court with stage and bleachers in Barangay Southern Davao, Panabo, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 4,950,000. Source of fund of CY 2025 BIP with a contract duration of 120 calendar days. This is our project location. The site validation sheets. The proof of ownership is a original certificate of title na naka-name na sa Southern Davao National High School containing of 15,548 square meter. The geotag photos. The scope of works are 0.3 meter concrete slab, 34 by 19.5 meters with 4 steps bleachers and 2 movable rings, steel and pedestal panes, roofing works for stage and bleachers, complete electrical works for gym and stage, and complete plumbing works for stage only. This is our floor plan. The typical elevation, the perspective, end of presentation, Mr. Chair.
Engineer, the same with my comment on the previous project ha, kanang i-klaro o define ang kuan ba ang scope of works ba. For example, nakabutang ka dito 2 movable rings. Unsay buhaton gani construction of 2 movable rings, sana gani siya. Kanang statement siya ba nga maski pag di ka mag-explain, mabasahan lang musabtan na sa prospective bidders na to ha.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Do we have any other questions, queries? Hearing none, thank you for that presentation. Let's proceed with the last project, 25 LJ 141.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. I am Janila Edoliantes, and we are now at the last project for civil works, 25 LJ 0141, construction of multipurpose building, Nanyo, Panabo, Davao del Norte. Now we have an ABC of 13,860,000. Source of fund is FY 2025 BIP, and our contract duration is 120 calendar days. Here is our project location. Then our site validation sheets. Then we have our proof of ownership, which is a deed of donation. And our geotagged photos. Then we have, since we have an existing building here, the demolition for this one will be handled by the barangay. Then our scope of works, we have a complete construction of 2-story building, 25 meters by 8 meters. Our elevation is 0.4 meters. For the ground floor, we have a convenience store with earth fill for a slightly sloped rolling landscape. Then we have a complete masonry works, painting, tile, electrical, plumbing, and sanitary works. Then for our second floor, we have a function hall. Then it also comes with complete masonry, painting, tiles, electrical, plumbing, and sanitary works. Then here is our front elevation. Then our rear elevation. And our left and right elevations. Next is our perspective. So as you can see here at the left portion, we have a building. This one is the Nanyo worth 7 million po na barangay hall. So this is the orientation if that building will be constructed na. So they are beside each other. Then also the other perspective po. End of presentation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer. Do we have any other questions, queries regarding the presentation? Hearing none. So thank you for that presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
That ends the presentation of the Civil Works project for pre-bid conference. The presentation of the Civil Works project. So let us now proceed with the reading of the announcement to prospective bidders to be given to us by Engineer Benilda Pacquiao. Who will read? So it will be Engineer Ivy May Bete. Please proceed, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good morning, everyone. Reminders to all our prospective bidders. The bidders should prepare their bids strictly in accordance with the requirement of ITB and bidding documents. This office is open to receive bids online for infrastructure projects, and online bidding is applicable for civil works project only. Bid submission can be done manually or electronically. Must select only one mode of submission, either manually or electronically. To all the bids submitted online or electronically, procedures should be observed the Department Order Number 87, Series of 2020. For eligibility requirements, will be done through electronic evaluation using CWA. All bidders are advised to maintain a current and updated file of their Class A documents in the PhilJEPs and shall submit the PhilJEP certificate of registration and membership to the procuring entity. Technical and financial requirements. The required documents enumerated in the checklist must be submitted. All notarized documents must be dry sealed and signed by its authorized signatory. Bid security must follow the required format and should be duly signed, notarized, and dry sealed. List of key personnel should include a list of all projects they are involved in. Key personnel should obtain the required experience and accreditation if applicable. Proof of ownership, lease agreement, or contract to purchase should be attached to support the list of pledged equipment. All data should be filled up and don't leave blank if applicable. To all contractors obtaining more than one project, every project should have different key personnel and equipment pledge. The bidder shall not change the entries under pay item number, pay item description, unit, and quantity set by procuring entity in financial proposal to avoid being non-responsive. Omnibus sworn statement shall be in prescribed new format. Any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. The technical proposal shall comprise the following documents: PhilJEPs, if joint venture, special pickup license, and the joint venture agreement. Bid security, duly signed organizational chart for the contract, duly signed contractors list of key personnel for the contract, duly signed list of contractors' major equipment. Omnibus sworn statement under RA 9184, IRR, Section 25.3, signed and notarized. If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement. For financial proposal, the financial proposal shall contain the following: duly signed bid form, duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, duly signed detailed estimates, duly signed cash flow by quarter. List of contractors' major construction and love equipment units owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership, or leased or purchase, and certification of availability of equipment from lessor or vendor for project duration. See Clause 10.5. bid data sheet. As per DO 58 series of 2012, all prospective bidders are mandated to state in their bid documents a complete technical description of their pledged equipment, whether owned or leased, such as but not limited to the engine number, year model, chassis number, plate number, production capacity, and load capacity. In addition, the prospective bidders should also be required to state in their bid documents the particular place or site where the equipment are located as provided. For under DO 9 series of 2012. If any piece of equipment is not in the location, then the bidder shall be post disqualified. As per DO 58 series of 2012, failure of the prospective bidder to comply with the said requirements shall result in the bidder's automatic post disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security. Certification of minimum laboratory equipment duly certified by any DPWH office as per DO 11 series of 2017. The first and second envelopes must be properly marked and sealed. Bidders must ensure to the adherence to the Department Order 110 series of 2024 for the implementation of ISO 9001-2015 certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. Hence, bidders must attach to the technical envelope their ISO 9001s to 2015 certification. Failure to attach will lead to the disqualification of their bid. Pursuant to DO 227 series of 2024 and DO 148 series of 2024, only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH building and bridges projects subject to the limits of assignment. Agreement on criteria of eligibility screening, preliminary examination and evaluation of bids, post-qualification and award. The BAC adopts the non-discretionary pass or fail criteria and procedures for the preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, and award in accordance with the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of RA 9184 as amended. The no contact rule shall be observed. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Betty. We also have other announcements and other matters to be announced by Engineer Binilda Pacquiao.
Again, good morning to everyone and good morning, Mr. Chair. We have posted to all our prospective bidders. We have posted for notice of postponement for these projects. Our dropping of bids is rescheduled from February 25 to March 19, except for the project 25 LG 0038. This is the schedule for the dropping of bids is February 27, and always be reminded to all our posted projects, please always check the PhilJEPs and DPWH website for supplemental bid bulletins, notices, and further updates, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Pacquiao. Do we have any other matters for discussion? Other schedules?
For the next schedule,
For our next bidding schedule, Mr. Chair, February 13. So I would like to read the projects involved for that bidding schedule. 25 LG 0017, 25 LG 0035, 25 LG 0036, 25 LG 0037, 25 LG 0041, 25 LG 0042, 25 LJ 0044, 25 LJ 0049, 25 LJ 00550, and 25 LJ 0052. So a total of 10 projects, Mr. Chair, and also pre-bid conference for other projects.
Thank you, Engineer Pacquiao. Do you have any other matters for discussion? Wala na? Hearing none, let us now proceed to close our activity. May I hear motion?
I move to close this pre-bid conference for on this date, February 11, 2025.
Second the motion.
It has been moved and is duly seconded. I therefore declare now the adjournment of this proceeding. Thank you very much for your attendance.